The Des Moines Police Department says it's seeing a concerning trend.
An increase in guns in the hands of young people. Local 5's Mary Sugden joins us to explain this data.
Yeah, here is a breakdown of the guns that Des Moines police say that they've recovered from those 17 years of age or younger. Now, you'll notice a slight change in 2020. The department says that's due to things like social unrest and the pandemic, really not a typical year for their operations. But if we exclude that year, you see a general increase, and it's something the department says they are continuing to see this year.
The police said a fight led up to the shooting. We're told the 3 victims are teens.
We're learning new information from a deadly shooting outside of East High School that killed a 15-year-old boy.
A weekend shooting left 3 local high school students in the hospital.
When you look at the number of firearms that we're taking out of the hands of kids who are 17 ages or younger, that number is steadily growing, and it's an alarming trend.
Guns in the hands of young people, a trend Des Moines police are closely watching, saying there's no sign of it slowing down.
Our officers tell us all the time on the street that we're seeing more and more kids with guns. We look at the crimes that we're solving, and we're connecting those kids to guns.
But this isn't unique to the city.
The average age of those from whom we're taking guns as part of a criminal investigation is getting younger and younger and younger.
The ATF says this is a trend that's expanding across the state and country.
In the state of Iowa, of the 2,583 guns that were recovered in 2020, 68 of those were recovered by somebody who was 17 or younger.
But why is this happening? Those in charge of tracking the trend say it's possible the pandemic had a complex impact, but it's too early to know for sure.
We haven't been back to a fully functioning society for that long, and so it's going to take time to see how those numbers wash out.
Regardless of why this trend is happening, officers say if it doesn't end soon, we can only expect it to trigger more scenes like this.
Kids don't make good decisions. You know, kids aren't supposed to make good decisions. And then you put a gun in their hand, and they're not thinking about that bullet coming out of the barrel. They're not thinking about where it lands, and they're definitely not thinking about how it could change their life.
Now, this year, Des Moines police say they've recovered over 300 guns. That's from people of all ages, and that's just this week that those data have come out. But where are these guns coming from, and how are criminals getting their hands on them? Join us next Thursday as we take a deep dive into those questions with a special report. Mary Sugden, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.